different colored cards, which will allow you to like trade in for things. But it's real fun because it's like you have a time limit. Can I get from here to there? You know, it's a lot of fun. I used to watch that show Tabletop with Will Wheaton, and that's where I got a lot of love for a lot of different board games. My daughter's been hounding me. She got Horseopoly, and she wants me to play Horseopoly. It's Monopoly, but you buy horses instead of property.
How cute. I know the comic shop, like, I could walk to a comic shop, but it's just, like, it's really small and mostly only has, like, Marvel DC stuff, which is why I'm not there a lot.
Right.
I do think they have, like, board game nights that I should maybe check out at some point. I don't know. Worth a shot.
It's worth a shot. I mean, that's what we love to do. Chief and I, we love doing that. We've been trying to figure out how to play.
My shop here at Top Cut, they have, like, big Magic tournaments and stuff, and they have a D&D night, too, I'm pretty sure. But they have all kinds of tournaments there for a lot of card games, mostly. But they do some board game stuff. But yeah.
So I tried D&D, and I think my issue was that I got really into creating my character. I thought that was fun, and then I just was not with very good people. I think they were just, I don't know, not fun.
Not a good dungeon master and things like that.
Yeah.
You know what? Not to slam D&D players, but I'll tell you what. There's a fraction of those guys that are real assholes about it. And yeah, I know what you're saying. They're like really elitist about it and real dicks about playing it, and I don't like that. If I was playing, like I've got like I think about the 5th edition or whatever, I've got the entire D&D everything, but I could only play that game with cool people that I already know or somebody that I know is not going to be a fucking asshole and just be such a dick about it. But yeah, I know what you're saying. There's guys into that are real pricks.
Yeah, and the other issue is that you have to have like a real commitment to it to get through the games. You have to have regular meets, and when you're traveling, I don't really have time to do that. I know there's like the people play it through. I played it online actually, like through trying to get a site, but it has it all set up for you.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I wanted to do that live on the show one time, on the podcast. I wanted to get I wanted to get other podcasts to come on against us and play D&D with us on the other podcast and do like a crossover thing, but hasn't happened yet. We haven't figured out a way to do it yet. But yeah, maybe we'll look into using that site and do it that way.
Yeah.
But I don't know, can you get multiplayer on it? Are you just playing against the computer or what?
No, it's multiplayer. Everybody's there. There's like voice chat and everything.
Oh, that would be cool.
And you could like draw your maps on there, so you could have like a visual map.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so that'd be cool to do.
That is fantastic. We've been trying to do that for so long. Like, what board game could we do on the show? Who do we want to come on and play the board game? You know, because we're always trying to do these interactive things on the show, you know, with our Renegade Masterpiece Theater that we do. Just try to bring something fun on there, which is another thing I'm gonna try to pull you in on one day. Is Renegade Masterpiece Theater. You can come on and read some erotic adult fan fiction with us.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, we do we read erotic adult fan fiction as little plays. We kind of break it up and read it in parts.
I don't know, like, I mean, I'm not trying to judge anyone, but I just cannot take written erotica seriously.
It's pretty fun when we do
it. It's fun when it's like Gonzo and Camilla.
Yeah, we get like the Muppets ones, and it's just ridiculous. And
Muppets?
They have Muppets ones. They have all
wow.
We just went.
It gets pretty dark.
Yeah, we did we did the 4th one just a few months ago with Adam. We bring on our friend Adam Lash. He's a comedian in New York, and he comes. We can't do it without him. He has
Jessica Ryan did it with this one. Though.
Yeah, Jessica Ryan did it with this one. So
she read. What was the one that we read the Rudolph one?
Oh yeah,
my god,
that was she's amazing. We would not. I was like, we should just let her read the whole thing because she's just amazing. Because she's an actress, I guess, so she is aware of like. But she blew us all away with her reading of the fan fiction.
It was funny. So what else has been going on with you with being so busy? You got your bookings. You're nominated for AVN. What all else has been going on with you? That's just been awesome and totally cool. Because I'm on your Twitter right now, FYI. So yeah. I can pull so much stuff up. Oh wait, no, that's my profile picture of me and Andy Gibb.
I started like traveling for concerts every couple months, and that's been a good time.
Who have you seen so far?
I've seen All That Remains and Dead, and those are two I've probably seen the most.
Just Dead, not The Dead. Just Dead?
Right, Dead, D-E-D.
Okay.
They're actually my friends, and they're really good upcoming like new metal band, and I don't know. So if you haven't listened to them, you should check them out.
I will. I'm a metalhead, so I will definitely check them out. So that's I'm gonna make a note right here. D-E-D.
Mhm. And I went to that big festival in Louisville, Kentucky, to Louder Than Life with all the bands. That was pretty fun.
Yep, I just found them. Oh, and they're from Arizona. Cool. Yeah, we're with our music. You know, I'm a metalhead. I love metal, so I'm gonna check them out. You know, and of course, rip Malcolm Young from AC/DC the other week. I don't think we mentioned that the other week, Chief. The death of Malcolm Young. We're losing a lot of good musicians here lately, Dolly.
Yeah.
A lot of good musicians.
What can we do about it?
What can we do about it, Dolly?
I don't know. Cry, I guess.
So with the AVN, of course, the AVN Awards are next year, correct?
Yeah, in January.
Okay. So all of our listeners need to go and vote for your posterior.
For my butt, yep.
I love having you on. That's my biggest thing is I love having you on. You're so much fun.
Thank you.
You're so much fun, and I hope you have fun every time you come on with us.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna keep sending you comic stuff.
Okay,
Anytime
awesome.
we come across a good one. You're an indie girl. I still say you should check out the old school Marvel horror books. I'm talking
okay, I mean, I'm willing to give anything a try.
Tomb of Dracula.
Okay.
Where this is
They didn't have too much to do with the wider Marvel universe, though. They were mainly just horror stories.
Yeah,
and
they were
their own.
That Marvel just
They were just they were published. Yeah, they were in that universe, but I mean, like they had Blade in them and stuff. But every they weren't connected to all the heroes and all that. Really,
yeah,
it's kind of its own thing.
That's where I normally lose interest. Like, is just the superhero thing doesn't appeal to me as much as like sci-fi, horror, all of that.
Right.
I mean, they do have my exceptions. Like, I like Greg Rucka's Wonder Woman, but for the most part, I'm just kind of. Oh, and Hellcat.
The Marvel horror stuff from the 70s was pretty much kind of its own thing. Really.
So the most recent ones.
Patsy Walker, I think it's so cute.
And see, and that was my issue with it. It was so cute.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not normally as into the cutesy things, but I just really liked it.
You know what? I did like it at the beginning. I thought it was really interesting because Patsy Walker, the character, has been around since Timely Comics.
Mm-hmm.
When Marvel was Timely Comics in the Patsy and Hetty books, and it was that teenage romance type comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided to take her character and bring her into the main Marvel universe where she was an abuse victim. Because her boyfriend Buzz Baxter beat the living snot out of her.
Right.
Am I correct on that, Chief?
Yeah, he's also known as the villain Mad Dog.
Yep. And then she ended up marrying Damon Hellstrom, who is the son of Satan.
Right.
And now she finally got divorced from from the son of Satan, and came back. So I've always loved the character of Patsy Walker. I think it was the art style kind of got me, the cutesy art style. I get
it.
Kind of got me. I did like that Howard the Duck showed up a couple times. I'm a huge Duck fan. So, but I'll Tomb of Dracula I recommend. Werewolf by Night. They did a lot of like the classic monsters, the Living Mummy, those classic horror monsters, and Man Thing.
Well,
you'll have to message them to me because I have shitty memory.
I'm going to. You'll love Man Thing. Everybody loves Man Thing. Even giant size Man Thing, Chief. We love giant size Man Thing.
They had like stuff like Vampire Tales magazine and like Zombie magazine. Those were all good too that Marvel put out. That's kind of like monster creature feature kind of horror stories, but they're pretty good.
And they did a long run of like Conan the Barbarian, if you like the swords and sorcery type of thing. They did a lot of that. But anytime I come across something, I'll be like, at my shop, I'll tweet it to you like, hey, have you read this one? Because
all right, awesome.
We live at our comic shops.
Did you read Colder by Dark Horse? Dark Horse put that out. It was a series called Colder. It was like a mini series, and then I think they continued it.
I don't think I have. I mean, I've definitely heard of it.
From like a horror comic.
Okay.
There's like a 6-issue mini series that started it, I think, and then like I think there's another. It's either already out or they were going to put out like another part to it. But I've only read the first part, but it was pretty good as far as the horror story goes.
I'll have to check it out.
Definitely that, and like I said, anytime we find something, we're going to tweet it to you because
Awesome.
we love having someone who wants to come back on and talk comics with us. And
now I don't get all the good recommendations I used to because, I mean, the people at this comic shop here are okay, but when I lived in Berkeley, like, they were on it. Every time I came in, they're like, here's this, here's this, here's this, and there was, like, seriously only 2 comics I didn't love that they gave me, so.
Would this shop, like, if you went in there and said, hey, I want you to order me this one, this one, this one, and this one, would they do that for you?
Yeah, they can totally do that. It's just they're not as great at having things already in stock and not as great at recommending.
Going back and reading back issues type stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I kind of regret it. My shop was a privately, like a family-owned kind of shop, and then they got bought by a franchise, but it's a franchise that's only got like 7 or 8 stores, like around Illinois. So it's actually they're really on top of having everything, and it's a pretty big store. So fortunately for me, and it's only like a mile away. So,
that's not bad.
Fortunately for me, it's I think that the fact that it's a chain has kind of helped it, kind of kept it more current and kept it in stock of things and the new stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I liked about the Berkeley stores. I don't think it was a chain, but it was just massive. So
wall to wall comics.
Yeah, just huge. And
do you ever get out to any comic conventions to try to pick things up?
I've never been. I mean, I'd like to go, but I just haven't.
April 6th through the 8th, Chicago, Illinois, C2E2.
Well, it's only like a 5-hour drive from me.
You can come hang with us because we're gonna be we're gonna be there doing.
Reminds me.
I'll remind you. I'll send it to you. April 6th through the 8th. We're actually going to be doing live podcasting on the con floor. So.
It's a really good one. It's not as the huge like media mess that San Diego is, but it's still kind of middle of the road. It's still pretty big. Like they still get some huge guests there and good writers and artists and stuff.
I think that the turnoff I've had like for the conventions is that I'm really bad at standing in lines. So it'd be good at like going to meet all the big names and all that, but.
And if he's been there the last couple of years, Scott is usually at C2E2.
Oh, awesome! So, yeah, I would like to meet him.
It kind of depends what time of day.
For writing really great comics, because.
Yeah. So if you want to, so I'll send that to you if you really, and we'll introduce you to Scott because.
Yeah, if he's there, he's always cool. I went back. I met him the second year. I ran into Scott. Was it 2016? The thing is, Capullo was there too, so it was him and Greg Capullo. And because I knew Scott, I got to stand there and hang out for like 10 extra minutes while everybody else, the line was going by. And I just got to stand there and hang out with Scott Snyder and Capullo and talk and just bullshit with those guys.
Nice.
It was fun, and I don't think if he hadn't been on the show and we didn't know him, I don't think I would have been able to do that. So
right.
So Scott
he's
Snyder's
been on your
cool.
show?
Oh yeah. Way back episode 30 and 31, he did a 2-parter with us because we did it on a Friday night, and he was like, I'll look at the time and see how long we've been going because I have to edit things. I want to know how things. I'm like, well, we've already been going for like an hour and a half. He's like, well, I got nothing to do tonight, so if you want to keep going, I'm like, all right. So we ended up doing a 3-hour-long recording session. With
Holy
Scott,
shit!
And I ended up having to cut it into 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But
I still got my. This is the. He got us exhibitor passes for C2E2, and he signed our passes for us too.
He's a fantastic guy, really good to his fans. So if you're able to, it's usually a Thursday, Friday, Saturday type of thing.
Right. Yeah.
So, you can come on.
Yeah, I'll try to make it out.
We can do a live commentary track because we're planning on doing live commentary as well.
The passes are pretty reasonable too. They're never like it's not like San Diego like prices. I don't think.
How much are they?
Was it like around $60? I think.
Yeah, $60
for like all the days.
Yeah, for like
Oh,
all,
that's not bad.
like it's like 60 for like 3 days.